team news, Spurs are unchanged. Ricky Villa, wearing number 4, had one of his best games for them against Leeds last week. And 19 years old Mark Falco at number 8 has scored the winning goal in the last 2 Tottenham matches against Coventry and Leeds. Liverpool field the team which beat Everton in last week's Merseyside derby, with David Johnson, 21 goals this season, starting the match at number 9, and David Fairclough on the substitutes bench. And the flag flying at half-mast, because today, with all the players wearing black armbands, we remember Mr. Alan Hardacre, who passed away this week, the Director General of the Football League. The referee is Pat Partridge, who took charge of Spurs matches against Manchester United in the 3rd round. Spurs, who kick off wearing white shirts, have only once this season failed to score in a home match, and Liverpool have yet to concede a goal in the FA Cup. That was Ardiles, wearing number 7, and there's his Argentine colleague Ricky Villa, beaten by Case, got it back. Terry Yored's wearing number 11, and immediately the first brush between him and Souness, and Johnson turned on Yored, and Spurs got the free kick. Hansen, Alan Kennedy. Bound to be a hectic start. Hoddle for Spurs with the big ovation from the fans, with a poor ball. Straight to Souness. Miller to McAllister. Ardiles. Yored. Offside, Jerry Armstrong. Covered. Neil takes the kick. Away by McAllister, good header by him. Then by Ardiles, a neat one. Back by Neil, offside against Dalglish. Terry Yored, who's made a big difference to Tottenham with his leadership. This is McAllister, and this is Perryman, another great inspiration for Spurs. Armstrong. McAllister, they're waiting in the middle. Armstrong, oh, it was a better ball than maybe it looked when Armstrong just got the slide header on it. Hansen for Liverpool. Ardiles has had plenty of touches in the first few minutes. Here's Armstrong, Tottenham pro. Hoddle on the chest and then to Yored. Wide of him is Houghton moving up. Liverpool getting everybody back behind the ball, bar Dalglish. Miller. Perryman. McAllister, number 5. Header by Hansen. Now it's Souness. Oh, nicely done, McDermott. Typical Liverpool, that, and so's that. David Johnson is the runner on the far side with Miller. Behind him is Jimmy Case. They've got 2 in the box. That's Casey's shot. It hit Yored, who's trying to save the corner. Oh, McDermott got a touch on the cross, so that's a goal kick. And David Johnson there made that possible by making the initial run down the right-hand side. When Yored went across, Johnson, the ball bounced back off him, and McDermott wide of the near post. And John Pratt getting ready, because Spurs, even at this early stage, have got an injury problem. Ricky Villa was hurt very early in the match, and he's going to be replaced almost immediately by John Pratt. Just over 15 minutes gone, and Villa is injured and out of the match. So Pratt will now appear on the left side of the Spurs midfield. Here's Perryman. Houghton. Oh, Hoddle had seen that coming. Hoddle again. Pratt. It's Falco. Ardiles. And that's going to be a corner to Spurs. And listen to the crowd now. Ardiles nearest the goal. Armstrong. Spurs with three players coming in from the far post. But Ray Clement's so experienced. Alan Kennedy to Johnson. Nice touch. Kennedy again. Here comes McDermott. And away well by Houghton. Danger here for Spurs. Souness. Ray Kennedy. Alan Kennedy. Phil Neal up over on the far side. Far post from us. Johnson's in there as well. And now Neal. And then Houghton. Liverpool's turn to look menacing. Johnson. Case. Phil Neal. Yorob. Ardiles. Oh dear. McDermott. What a try! Oh! McDermott has done it again! Another magnificent goal from the man who could well be one of the footballers of the year. And it took Barry Daines and Tottenham by surprise. But what can you do with a shot like that? Ardiles just played the ball a little bit short when he was defending, and when it came to McDermott, he let one fly, and fly it did, right into the top corner of the net, furthest from him, and that's his 16th goal of the season, and Spurs go one down. To the man who scored both goals at Anfield when they lost 2-1 in the league in November, Terry McDermott. Johnson handball by Johnson. The 45 minutes are up in the first half. Just a question of how much time the referee adds on for stoppages. McAllister for Tottenham. And here's Houghton. As he tries to go past Phil Neal, the whistle blows for half-time, and for Spurs manager Keith Birkinshaw, what was always a difficult task is now very hard indeed, because Liverpool have taken the lead with a marvellous goal by Terry McDermott, following a slight defensive error, probably by Osvaldo Ardiles, in that he couldn't get the ball away, and the little Argentine and the rest of the Tottenham team find themselves a goal behind at home to the side chasing the league and cup double. The goal came after 37 minutes. Liverpool start the second half. They reach the sixth round by beating Grimsby 5-0, Nottingham Forest 2-0 and Bury 2-0, so they protect their record of having kept a clean sheet in every FA Cup tie. Spurs now defending the goal to our right. There's McAllister up, but here's Dalglish. Houghton in the way. Ray Kennedy, McDermott. Johnson started a run in the inside left position, but it wasn't on, so here's Case. Now McDermott. Dalglish is pulled wide beyond McAllister, and here's Dalglish. He's right in on Daines, who cut the space down well, and it was a let-off for Tottenham. Having said that, Full marks to the goalkeeper, because Tottenham there were caught with 2 Liverpool players against 1 defender. It went over the defender's head to Dalglish. He was right in on Danes. As the goalkeeper cut down the space, Dalglish not given the room to push his shot past him. Oh, Ray Kennedy in the way. And Dalglish picks up the pieces, and there are 2 waiting in the centre. 3 now. Foul, was it? No. Liverpool looked for a penalty as Dalglish went down, but Pat Partridge turned down the appeals. An interesting one, that. Defender was concerned, was Miller, I think. Paul Miller. And as Dalglish went over the foot, the referee decides it was not a deliberate trip. On by Armstrong, and Clements didn't come. Just for a moment there was hesitation, and Thompson was waiting for Clements to come, and he didn't for once, and Falco nearly sneaked in. In fact, he collided with the goalkeeper, and the referee has given a free kick to Liverpool. It was the first misunderstanding between Clements and his defenders that we've seen. But this is Johnson, the lone raider. Well, not quite sure who felt the effects of that most, Johnson or the corner flag, but they were both shaking a bit. Tottenham out of trouble anyway. Here's Yorrell. Oh, and Liverpool will have a man over if Tottenham give the ball away too often there, with only 3 at the back. It's Yorrell again. Hansen, Case. Miller coming in rather high. Oh, and McDermott began a run then. And Dalglish as well. They've caught Tottenham 3 against 3. Johnson unmarked on the far post. Still Dalglish. Pulls it back for Phil Neal. And here's Johnson still unmarked. And a good save by Barry Daines. Johnson hung around on the far post long enough for Liverpool to find him. And they have a corner. Still wondering if Tottenham can get back. That's Johnson to Case. McDermott. Case again. Souness. Neal offside against McDermott. The offside there, but here's Hoddle. Away by Thompson. Falco. Souness. Ardiles, referee in the way. Still Ardiles. Hoddle. Promising for Tottenham this. Well, he scored some remarkable goals this season from some remarkable positions, but Ray Clements was equal to that. Corner sliced away by Ray Kennedy for another one. It's John Pratt who's trying to curl them in from this left-hand side. Good punch by the goalkeeper. My word, it was a good punch. There were 3 coming in on him. This is Johnson. And that was a classic piece of international goalkeeping by Clements. Sheer economy, really, because nobody could catch the ball on the line in that position. And as the Tottenham players came hurtling in, that punch said just enough. Handball and a free kick to Tottenham. Now, is this going to be Spurs' moment? They've got Liverpool with every player back defending his own goal. And Spurs have got 8 players forward. Hoddle takes it. Neil away from Armstrong. Ray Kennedy from Ardiles. Yorath trying to put it back in. Ardiles once more. Hoddle. Ray Kennedy. Fine piece of defending by a man who once won the league championship on this ground for Arsenal as an attacker. Yorath. Phil Neal's header. Yorath again. Ball still bobbing around quite dangerously, but Liverpool again clear. And look at this, 3 against 3. And the foul by John Pratt on Jimmy Case as Liverpool broke dangerously. The referee says carry on. Johnson. This is McDermott with Miller coming over. Oh, and Souness in the way of the back pass. Pulls it back. Dalglish. Oh! Of all people to miss from there. Kenny Dalglish. And he can't believe how he got that over the bar, and neither can the crowd. Miller will feel relieved. My word, what a dangerous pass back it was. Intercepted by Souness, who put the ball on a plate for Dalglish. And even the great players can miss them. Oh, Alan Kennedy didn't buy the dummy, but Yorath beat him, and he beat Dalglish as well. And he found Hoddle. Hoddle's cross to Pratt. Perryman's flick. Oh, away by Phil Thompson. Falco. In goes Armstrong with Clements. Again the goalkeeper first to the ball. David Johnson couldn't turn on it. Miller. Souness. Johnson into the space for Case. Look at McDermott. Number 10 on the right. Ball was played too far ahead of him. But Tottenham were nearly caught short again. Case, Miller, Hansen, Dalglish looking for Johnson, number 9. Dalglish away on the left. Johnson pulling into the centre. McDermott's made another fantastic run from deep. Here's Ray Kennedy. Souness, Dalglish. Ray Kennedy pulls it across, away by Houghton. Otherwise, there were 2 players waiting to turn it in. Liverpool fans whistling a couple of minutes early. This is Houghton for Tottenham. Even Yorath now has gone right forward. Neil. The noise coming from the Liverpool end of the ground, but it's Tottenham still searching for the equaliser. Armstrong beaten by Souness, who could play Johnson in here. He was crowded out. Thompson. But it doesn't really matter whether Liverpool are playing in one of the great stadiums of Europe or whether they're playing at a 3rd or 4th division ground. They know how to defend and how to command a match like this. Hansen's header, Ardiles, Ray Kennedy in the way. Dalglish. Oh, what great skill. They could play on here if the referee lets them. It's Alan Kennedy, but he couldn't quite take advantage. Again, good use of the advantage by Pat Partridge. The 90 minutes are now up. Injury time here. Spurs a goal down. Is there time yet? Yorath. Houghton. Hoddle. Offside. And the referee's blown for time anyway. And Liverpool raise their arms because they're in the FA Cup semi-final for the 3rd time in 4 years, and they haven't even conceded a goal so far in this season's competition. This was Liverpool showing their supreme teamwork, their utter and complete understanding. A goal born out of sheer instinct by Terry McDermott, but a side so totally capable of containing Tottenham after that, and indeed restricting Spurs to the very minimum of scoring opportunities.